Hi everyone, it's Fiona here from fionamarks.com, and I'm back with a super quick press clippings today. In fact, it must be a sign of summer because the press clippings I'm recording at the moment aren't even coming from the newspaper. They're coming from what I've been watching. And today's, I just wanted to talk about some of the astrological characters in Nine Perfect Strangers. So I'm just here on Hulu's website just to remind you what the show is. I'm not going to do any spoilers, so I'm not saying anything about the plot. I have enjoyed watching a few episodes of this series, and I'm struck by how the Nicole Kidman character is a great representation of Rahu energy, because the show is set in this retreat space. And for those of us who have gone to retreats before, you know that there can come this time, whether at a retreat or in some other kind of healing or spiritual work that you're doing, where you kind of have to take a leap of faith or step out of your comfort zone. That's kind of what perhaps you go to a retreat for. And that the leader of these things can be a little bit cultish or can have quite a charismatic persona about them, really tempting you and challenging you and pushing you into perhaps coming out of your comfort zone in a way that you can't in your normal life. And this is sort of the character that's played by Nicole Kidman in the show. And what reminded me of the Rahu-ness of it is that is also Rahu's role in our chart, is to take us out of our comfort zone, in fact, because K2 is our comfort zone, our perfection, the thing that we desperately trying to get more satisfaction out of that we just can't. We've already overdone that and perfected it. And here is this other 180 degrees away, completely unexplored space in the chart, and it has Rahu there, like this Nicole Kidman character, very enticing, very fascinating, and very risk-taking. We can't actually tell whether to trust this person or not. And they are leading us, guiding us, cajoling us, encouraging us to do things that we kind of can't tell if they're crazy or if they're sane, and if it's just what we need or if it's exactly what's going to kill us. And that's that Rahu experience. So I think it's very beautifully portrayed in this show, the temptation, the cult of Rahu, with some Venus mixed in. Probably you can see this picture of her here. Often she's in white, and it definitely has feminine energy. So maybe a bit of Venus Rahu in the Nicole Kidman character, but doing impulsive things, encouraging us to do impulsive things, encouraging us to mess in spaces that we've always thought were better left alone. And in the show, dressed in white with a very light kind of color palette, but taking us into all of our dark places. So I thought that Nicole Kidman's character is a great way to think about Rahu. And I wonder what your thoughts are on that and whether you're enjoying the show as well. And then I'm very quickly going to say something about one of the other characters. I'm sure that all of the characters have got rich astrological profiles, but I happen to note that one of the characters is a school teacher and often contextualizes their feelings in quite a big and rational, compassionate kind of intellectual thought process. So although this person has experienced great trauma, they're able to speak about it in a contextualized intellectual way. That sounds really good, makes a lot of sense to me, but perhaps doesn't resonate with his family members, with other people, and perhaps can come across as banal or trite, or certainly not grounded in reality or grounded in experience. And then there's a beautiful moment during one of the episodes where this person does really speak from the heart and from inspiration. And it just reminded me of Jupiter being exalted in Cancer, that Jupiter in other areas of the chart can be very compassionate and can have strong Jupiter Ayana Bala, which is that ability to see the big picture and to understand why all things are happening, that there is suffering happening. Jupiter has that. That's a great quality that Jupiter has. But the reason why Jupiter is exalted in Cancer is because it can tap into the emotions, the water sign of Cancer, ruled by the moon, the masses, and this ability to speak philosophically through the emotions, through true emotional experience, is what turns Jupiter from perhaps being trite or banal or disconnected or intellectual into something inspiring and dharmic that engages people, that they want to follow, that they know that their pain and suffering has been heard and experienced. So I thought that was a very beautiful example of Jupiter. For 1 or 2 episodes, you see Jupiter just, I don't know what sign it's in a, you know, it's in an okay place for a friend sign. But then at this moment, you see it come into that Cancer energy and really communicate with emotion and vulnerability and a rawness that perhaps Jupiter doesn't show in other signs. So these are a couple of thoughts from 9 perfect strangers on the astrological profile of some of the characters. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I hope that you're enjoying it as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next press clippings. Okay, until then, stay well. Bye.